What's up, everybody? Another day of push and record and talking to y'all. And if you think you got a lot of time, you don't. And the way you're spending it right now, you might end up regretting later. So today we're talking about how to spend your time wisely because life is short. People don't realize that life is short. They say the average person has like a little over 4,000 weeks in their life. And, that's like with a life expectancy of 80 years old. So right now I'm about to be 40 here in a couple years. And that means I'm almost like halfway through my weeks if I'm going by that logic. And it's just like kind of makes you start thinking like, what have I done enough? Am I doing enough? Like, am I living the life I want to be living? When you start putting life into perspective like that, like, it's more meaningful. You're not just like living life by just like any little rule that you have. It's just like you start thinking about life like, I need to get stuff done because it doesn't last forever and it's so precious. Like, I heard the statistic that's like 400 trillion to 1 chance that you're even born. So like you already won if you're alive. So you're gonna like take that life for granted? I wouldn't. I think it's important in life to know what you want, what's your purpose, so you can kind of make your life around that. Knowing that like, hey, I need $5,000 a month. That's what I need to live. You can kind of reverse engineer that and work towards that if you know that that's what you need. Maybe it's 10,000, and then now you know what you need to do to get to there. So really kind of knowing what you want in life is going to help a lot more. So you're not just like going through life not knowing what you want and with no plan. I think one of the things that helps is this test of, it's called like the 8-year-old and 80-year-old test. And these are like 8-year-old versions of you and 80-year-old versions of you. And if you kind of think about it, like when you're doing things in life, if you come across something and you start thinking like, would I be making the 8-year-old version of me proud because I'm taking risks and I'm going for it? Or would they be like sad because I'm like, being scared to make like big decisions or whatever like that, or any decision? Or like the 80-year-old version of you could be thinking like, if you're like stressed out about a work project, would the 80-year-old version of you be like, hey, I wish you didn't stress out about that because you won't even care about that like when you're 80 years old, and I wish you just enjoyed it more. And when you kind of put it in that kind of perspective, it really helps balance out like what's kind of important in the present, because you should be kind of balancing your life with those two perspectives, and I think it'll help a lot. Another thing is like decisions. There's like two kind of tiers of decisions, I would say. There's like the decisions that you can't kind of reverse easily, like having a kid or maybe buying a house or anything like that. But, it's just a lot harder to get out of those type of decisions once you make them. But a lot of things that we do are in the other tier of decisions, which are reversible decisions. And a lot of us get hung up on decisions we make thinking like, oh, we quit our job, like we can't go back, or like we moved to the city and we can't go back. Like, these are all decisions you can actually reverse. So there's no point in stressing out about it like the way we do as humans. When you really think about it, like, can I go back to that thing? You probably can. So stop stressing out about decisions that can be reversed. And then lastly, I think it would be to protect your energy. I think a lot of time we get in these like things where every day is kind of like the same thing, and that'll really make time pass a lot faster. So like the trick is to try to figure out ways to make time like slow down, feel slower. I know we're all working with the same 24 hours and stuff like that, but like I think there's ways of like slowing down time. One of the ways I found is by starting a YouTube. But other realistic things would be like learning new stuff. Every day, if you read something new or tried something new or talked to someone new, like you would be actually slowing down time, because it's like new stuff that your brain has to like learn and all that. So I really think like that will make the most out of your life if you try new things, and you make sure that you're only around people that you feel good around or feel motivated around and stuff. So these are all things I think would be helpful for spending your time wisely, your life that you have limited of. I do have a lot more weeks of my life, and you can do a lot in 40 years, but you can do so much in 40 years, and that's what I'm trying to say here. So that's pretty much all I got for this one, guys. My name is Sai. I'm an actor, creative director, and daily YouTuber, and I help creatives take what they love and turn it into something real, and help build a life that works for them. So if this video brought you any value, give it a thumbs up. If this type of content resonates with you, I would definitely appreciate you guys subscribing. We're growing a huge community over here, so I'm loving everybody that is involved and just like pushing themselves to live a life on with the way they want to. And also in the comments below, like tell me like what are ways that you try to like slow down time, or like what are ways that you feel like are you like taking life for granted? Like, do you feel like you're not doing enough? Like, I think this is stuff that I've thought about before in my life. So if you guys are thinking these things, I would love to hear about it in the comments. In the description, there's my school community that you can hit up. It's called Creative Momentum, and in there we're holding ourselves accountable. I'm looking for people to work with, and I'm looking for the next one. So if you feel like that's you, join the group. It's completely free, literally a place for you to get to know me more, and I can get to know you. So hop in there and check it out. And also YouTube is popping up these videos on your screen right now, suggesting you're gonna really like them, and I know you will, so hit those up. All right, guys, you're not behind. You're just getting started, so let's build this life on purpose. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.